this full moon reading, I am going to pull out 9 cards, right? It's going to be going from right to left, and then the 9th card is going to be in the middle. So let's see what comes out for us for this full moon. Yeah, I hope that oh, that was a lot of cards. So one actually went into my hand, not on the floor, and it was the wish making card. So I'm taking that. Well, wish maker. I'm taking that as the first card of us. I'm picking them up off the floor. Oh shit! They really went everywhere. Oh my god, it done it again. It slipped out of my hand again. What is going on? Don't do this. Normally I'll have one or two that fly out on the floor, but not like this. Okay, so one card slipped out my hand again. I'm going to take it. It was the shadow work card. Right. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Lunar Light is the 3rd. Okay. Waning Gibbous. Oh, this one wants to come out. Stargazer. Ooh, 2. Nightmare. That one is the 6th. First quarter. 7, so that's 3, yeah, 7. And just 2 more cards. Okay. Moonstruck, and then the 9th card in the middle. What are you? What are you, 9th card? Oh my gosh. Night's being all shy. Why? I'm not feeling any cool. What's going on? Okay, I've got 2, but I'm not taking 2. Oh, maybe you will, because I've got Blood on the Moon and Esbat. They go together in the middle, right? And then at the bottom of the deck, and I'm pretty sure we've had this before, Quicksilver. Chasing the coin. Chasing the coin. Things that can come too quickly, though, can disappear just as quickly. Okay, so it's nice that we've got Wishmaker. Let me show you how I've done it actually. Okay, so it was only meant to be 9, it's coming out as 10. So Wishmaker, Shadow Work, Lunar Light, Waning Gibbous, Stargazer, Nightmare, first quarter, Moonstruck, Blood on the Moon, and Esbat. Or Isbat, I don't know how you pronounce it. anyone knows and comments how to, I will appreciate that immensely. So, Wishmaker, this is a good time to set intentions, right? I do want to say that because of the blood moon or blood on the moon, maybe it's a warning that, like what I said before previously, be careful perhaps on what your intentions are, because if you're doing some sort of shadow work and stuff like that, it may not be the time. It's not that you can't be setting these intentions, you just kind of gotta, like, it's just be careful, set them as you need to, just make sure that you're more centered if you do. I think that's bad. I like that. I think that goes back to making sure, you know, when you do set the intentions, do it with light in your heart, right? Do it with good intentions and good deeds, because if you act out in another way, your wish can still come true, but would it come out in the best way? Or would it... There's nothing wrong with doing shadow work, but I mean, you've got the nightmare. Like, does it get any more clear than that? Like, yeah, be careful what you wish for. Lunar light. I think that goes back to like the little warning to me, what I'm getting, like, be careful what it is that you're selecting, you know. If anything, make sure that you're guided by the light. And yeah, I am going to read from the book and pick from it afterwards. Waning Gibbous, this is a beautiful card, but the sky is red. I mean, it's not a red, it's more like a purple. I do associate, it's more like, is it like, this is like a blood red, this is like a purpley red. I think it could be something to do with after the full moon. And then you've got the stargazer, so maybe it could be something to do with the after effects of this particular full moon. Then with the stargaze, you've got someone reaching up and touching it, so maybe you're kind of reaching out and hoping to be blessed in some way, hoping to bring some light into your life, because your current living is a nightmare, quite literally. And then the first quarter, and then you've got Moonstruck with the first quarter. So I'm guessing when the new moon appears and it's going back round to its phase, so halfway through, let's say next month, which will be January in the new year, there is water in the background, so you may be like needing to be handled more with care. I'm not doing this as like because I've just done the 6-month spread when it was the waxing gibbous. I don't want to then do a 12-month spread. I want this just to be for this current full moon. That's my intentions with this. I hope I'm making some sort of sense. So just to quickly recap, right? During this full moon, of course, you can make wishes, set your intentions, but if you're in the process of doing shadow work, be careful what it is that you wish for, because, you know, if you aren't in a very good place, then you may attract something that you may later regret. Make sure you come from a good place and some sort of source of light, otherwise maybe you shouldn't really do it for this full moon. Yeah, you gotta be kind of careful, make sure you're being guided by the light. Fish carefully. I'm not really sure about this one. I don't know if it's a warning or a blessing or what. But it is like red in the waning giver. So is it tied to this? These negative feelings, the shadow work, is it going to carry on into the new lunar cycle when it's going back on itself and, you know, starting to go back into its new moon phase? And like you're looking up for some sort of blessing. So I'm guessing as well with these two actually together, you know, if you set your intentions in a more harmonious, balanced way from a place of love, then the blessings that you will receive will come from that place. But if not, then the opposite will happen and it won't be very good. But this full moon, you're all over the place, it's not feeling very good. That's fair. And it may last into the next moon cycle. So you may need to be handled with a little bit more care on an emotional front, right? Maybe that's you carrying your own emotional weight. Okay. So let's read on. So the first one was Wishmaker, which was 47. Okay, I'm going to hold it up so you can see. Okay, possibilities, fulfillment, dreams. Have you ever looked up at the night sky, focused on a bright star and made a wish? Maybe you did this as a child, but you have forgotten how to do it now as an adult. Maybe you don't believe in wishes and dreams anymore. The Wishmaker card is here to let you know that wishes are powerful and dreaming is good for you. It comes as a reminder to think in terms of possibility rather than limitation. Too often people are focused on what they don't want and then wonder why they get more of it. What you think of most is what you attract. So focusing on poverty will only bring more money worries and debt your way. This is tapping into what I've been saying all these weeks, right? So think in terms of what could be possible for you. If you hate your job, start thinking about what your dream job would be, the kind of task that would involve how happy in your work would be. Train your brain, that's the depressive thinking, to think of all the positive possibilities and learn to leave all the negatives and limitations behind. When you begin to think in terms of possibility, you will come to realize that nothing is impossible and you will find ways to make it happen. That is the message of this card. So that is great, right? You know, you are what you attract. Let's go on to shadow work, which is 43. Excavation, healing, past. When this card comes up, it means what you are being heavily influenced by, something from your past. Let me start again. When this card comes up, it means that you are being heavily influenced by something from your past and it's holding you back and hindering your progress in life. Shadow work is the card of emotional excavation, where you examine your past with a fine-tooth comb to discover the root causes of your current issues. It means facing your past with courage and refusing to allow it to colour your future. All those experiences that you have repressed, disowned and buried deep within you now need to be excavated and dealt with so that you can free yourself from them once and for all. Only then will you be free from the hurts and traumas of your past. This is a card which suggests some deep shadow work is needed to deal with some powerful issues from the past, but that a subsequent healing process will bring about a happy future. This goes hand in hand with the reading that I've just done when you had the 10 of Cups and the little family celebrating around it afterwards. And then, you know, was it the 6 of Cups? I think, yeah, it was the 6 of Cups with the older woman and the taller one handing the cup with the little white flower inside, like offering of peace of some sort or whatever. Anyway, right. Do not live your present life in a state of anger, fear, or anxiety, or governed by the things that happened in your past. Face your past, vanquish it, and move on in love and light. I do believe it is a process. So I've been learning, right, because I'm studying to be a counsellor, is that anxiety is not a feeling, it's a symptom. And, you know, if it is a symptom, then there's obviously a cause that is doing that. So the thing is, when you are doing shadow work and you're going through these things, the reason why I'm always saying don't do it alone is because it weighs heavily on you, right? It's impossible when you're in a bad mental headspace to clear through the garbage on your own, try to sort out the things in your physical realm as well as your mental realm on your own with no sort of like help, like professional help. It's a lot. I think it's always easier when you have someone to help carry that burden with you and work through it. It doesn't have to be like a lover or a friend or a family member. Sometimes it can be someone external, right? Where, you know, their end goal is making sure that you meet whatever goals you want to achieve, and if that's going through to your traumas, whether it's in childhood or later on in life, whatever those traumas may be, then definitely do it. Just, you know, don't do it alone. I can't stress that enough. Anyway, next one is the Lunar Light. So this is a happy card. Maybe I was wrong with this one because I don't really know these cards. I was just going based on what I see. So happiness, resolution, magic. This is a very happy card and suggests health, happiness, and bright days are ahead. So that's good because it's after the shadow work, right? It represents a time when you can do no wrong, when everything is working out well for you, and all bumps in the road will be smoothed out long before you even get to them. If you have been experiencing ill health, money worries, or family issues, this card comes to let you know that the future is bright and all such issues will be resolved soon. Lunar Light indicates that all will be well. It could even suggest that things work out even better than you imagine, and I really hope that this is the case. For good fortune guides you right now. Magical Lunar Light is bathing your life in the silver and sparkles, so fear not because things are looking up. This is a tremendous card of reassurance when you need it. So it's just like this is a bad pattern and good things are on the horizon. Okay, this is good because it goes hand in hand with the shadow work. Listen to this. This is the card that I wasn't really sure what it was about. So reflection, respite, processing. Are we processing our shadow work? Ooh. Anyway, this card represents the immediate aftermath of a significant event. A waning gibbous moon appears just after all the bustling energy of full moon, and it is time of anticlimax and reflection. Drawing this card would suggest that you have been through the mill a bit, and now is the time to reflect and take stock of your life and of where those events have left you. Take a breath and gather your thoughts before you do anything. This card indicates that a time of decompression is in order as you come to terms with the recent events of your life. Even positive, happy events such as moving house, getting married, having a baby, or graduating can take their toll. It might be that you need to retreat for a while. We did get the Hermit card, right, as I was closing up the Rider-Waite Tarot. So it says it might be that you feel the need to retreat for a while and spend some time in solitude or with a very close family. It could be that circumstances have run away with you, or you have had the rug pulled from under you in some way. Even success can leave us feeling somewhat overwhelmed at times. This card is telling you to sit for a while and come to terms with these events rather than fighting against them. All will be well. That is good. Now let's move on. 46. I'm trying to not make this an hour long. Alright. Aspiration, ambition, striving. This is the card of ambition, aspiration, and achievement. When it comes up in a reading, it is asking you to think about what you really want from your life and what you can give to the world in return. Remember that manifestation is a collaboration. So if you want to be a singer, you will be using your talent to offer entertainment to the world. We've had this card before. If you want to be a writer, you will be gifting your imagination, and so on. Ambition comes naturally to some people, and they have no problems making their dreams come true. For others, however, it is something that needs to be nurtured. Some people need to be trained to have aspiration, and that's okay. You just need to see yourself achieving your goals and ambitions. Visualize it on a daily basis, and when any negative patterns of thought creep in, gently place them with a bright vision of you singing to an appreciative audience, or holding up your published book, or whatever your personal ambition is. Visualize the end goal every day as you take small steps to bring it into being. This card is reminding you that you have to be able to dream of it before you can become it. So this is, I think this is when you're coming out of the depression, basically, when you get out of this depression state. I am going to say, because this is more generalised, to just when you are, because this card is meant to be like a card of luck and stuff like that, but just be careful what you're wishing for when you are doing your shadow work, just to make sure you're coming from a good place. That's the only thing that I feel like I need to repeat. So now it's the nightmare one, right? It's been good so far. So, oh, this is good. It's good. It's not literally a nightmare. It's not. I was wrong. Okay. Or maybe. I don't know. Let's just read it and then we'll decide. So, fear, courage, overcoming. The creature of our darkest dreams, the nightmare, brings chilling visions to our sleep, leaving us anything but rested. Sleepwalking, night terrors, sleep paralysis, waking in a cold sweat. These are all tools she uses to get our attention. The nightmare knows that the best way to overcome a fear is to face it, and the best place to face it down is in dreams as we sleep safely in our bed. No, I don't really agree with that, just because I feel like it's repressed and it's the subconscious talking to us, and then when you're awake you have to filter through it. I think it goes hand in hand. Anyway, when this card comes up, it is suggesting that you take steps to face up to the things that frighten you, whether that is a phobia such as arachnophobia, or an existential fear such as loneliness or death. Explore where your fear comes from. Try to understand it and its origins within your psyche. Ride the nightmare until you have tamed her wild spirit and rendered her powerless over you. By facing down your fears one at a time, while it is impossible to live without any fear at all, it is possible to live fearlessly and to face down those terrors as and when they present themselves. Use dream spells for a better night's sleep. Next time the nightmare visits you, jump on her back and see where she takes you. Regard your dreams as teaching tools and don't be afraid of the dark. I like this because it's just like, right, okay, yeah, you're scared, you're doing some shadow work, right? But at the end of the day, you have the blessings, right? During this moon. So, feel the fear and do it anyway, basically. I just want to say though, even though I think it's good to do that and you will be better off for it, if your mental state isn't in the best place, take care of yourself as you do it, okay? So now we're on to first quarter moon, resilience, superstition, test. So the first quarter moon card indicates that things are still hanging in the balance and could go either way, but that the outcome is dependent on you and your actions. This is up to you to ensure that you remain on track and stay motivated. Don't give in or give up now, as you are closer to success than you think. This card also suggests that challenges might be thrown at you to test how badly you want to succeed. This frequency happens when people are close to achieving their dreams. A spanner will be thrown in the works and you will have to deal with it as graciously as you can. However, this doesn't mean that you are failing. It is simply a test and a lesson in resilience. Find a good way. I can feel the card vibrating, so I think this holds extra true for you. Find the good in any negative situation and press ahead. Keep your goal in mind and be aware that you are what you are working towards. Maybe a vision board could help to keep you motivated, or try affirming your success on a daily basis. Remember that what you focus on is what you get. So keep imagining your dream with visualization exercises and you are more likely to manifest it in reality. So I think this goes hand in hand with this and this, right? Yeah, yes, I think it's good. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to move on to Moonstruck and your card 14. Oh, it's nearly midnight. Oh, right. Oh. So, delight, connection, beauty. When was the last time you felt utterly moonstruck and filled with a sense of wonder and delight? This card is inviting you to look up at the night sky and the world around you and consider the vastness of the universe and your part in it. Consider how everything is connected and how you are a part of the whole. You are a cog in the universal wheel, a note in the music of the spheres, a thread in the cosmic web of wonder. How amazing is that? As we grow older, we often lose our sense of wonder. But there was a time when you gazed at a spider's web and thought of fairies, or wished on a star full of optimism that your wish would be granted. The Moonstruck card is inviting you to experience that sense of wonder again. So it's going back to being childlike. And I did mention that with the Sun card, right? So where was I? To look around the world with a child's gaze and see the magic and beauty that is all around you at the time. Make sure to nurture your inner wonder. to do things that make you feel exhilarated and carefree. Find something each day to wonder at. It could be a glorious sunset. This reminds me of the sun card. The leaves changing colour in autumn. The enchantment of a winter snowfall. Take the time to find things that delight your heart and give you a new sense of wonder. That is absolutely lovely. And I agree. I mean, especially after doing all of this shadow work, and if it's connected to family, maybe sometimes you need to kind of go back and allow yourself to be a bit childlike in some way, like in a way that keeps you grounded, right? Right. So now we've got these two together, Esbat and Blood on the Moon. I wanted to come out together, and so we honoured it. So 27. No, we're going to do 13 first because it's the card underneath. I know it's already there. Didn't even notice. I was right. Conflict, trouble, caution. Blood on the Moon, which is when the moon appears to have a rare... Let me start again. Blood on the Moon, which is when the moon appears to have a dark red hue or a reddish circle around it, has long been considered to be unlucky in Wiccan circles. It is an ill omen and means that a time of trouble and strife must be endured. In the past, such a move foretold that a great bloody battle was to come. Even today, witches see this moon as heralding some kind of conflict or altercation, and we take steps to moderate its influence as much as possible. These are the swords cards that came up, right? Like, someone might say something to you, and you might be seen as immature or whatever. You don't want to fight, or you know, it's to do with words, basically, like being careful what you're saying. And then we had the cup, like someone trying to keep you afloat, another person or people aren't willing to pay you financially, with the Ace of Pentacles, and it's like that's what it's going to be about if there are any arguments. Okay, so right, this is a card of warning, and you are being asked to proceed with caution. Tensions are usually running high when a blood moon shows, so watch your words and tread carefully until this influence has passed by. This card could indicate that you are mixing with the wrong people, inviting troublesome characters in your life. This is especially the case if Nightshade is also present in your reading, and you don't have that, so that's fine. And I won't even just say it can be like troubling people. Of course it can be. I associated this card with like the wish cards and stuff like that, because if you are going to set any sort of spiritual intentions today or tomorrow for the full moon, or if you've done it on the waxing gibbous in preparation for the full moon, just make sure you're doing it with good intentions, because if you're not, you reap what you sow, basically. Anyway, in addition, if it comes up frequently or is pulled as your personal card, it might mean that you are creating the problem and are your own worst enemy. As a form of damage limitation, cast spells for protection, harmony, and good luck. And if you do cast those spells, again, make sure you're doing it with pure intent, right? Because you don't want your anger to slip through and mess around with the intentions. So attached to that card was the Esbat, let's call it the Esbat card. Okay, it's a card of groundedness, right? So, ritual, awakening, grounded. In Wicca, Esbats are the ceremonial rituals honouring the moon. They take place at both the new and full moon every month. This card represents a deep commitment to your spirituality. It might be that you have been studying different religions or historic practices, or that you have recently had a profound spiritual experience or awakening. When the Esbat card comes up, it is asking you to show reverence for the path you have chosen. With regular spiritual practice, commune with the divine in any way you like, but take the time to connect with spirit on a regular basis. This will help you to keep you feeling grounded and connected to the sacred. Your practice need not to be extravagant or long-winded. Something as simple as lighting incense each day and dedicating it to your chosen deity is enough. And what is important is that you find a way to incorporate some kind of spirituality into your day-to-day life. Magic is a practice that should be lived every day with knowledge and reverence. Right, I understand this, but what I get from this, right, yeah, you can like pray and be more spiritual on your day-to-day basis, but when you're going through something that is mentally distressing and altering your whole psyche and the way you look after yourself, I think the best way to connect with Source, with God, with the sacred, or whatever you want to call it, is to be connected to the physical world. And I think the best way to do that is to be grounded by going outside and tapping into nature some way. Even if you live in a busy city, there are always birds. Maybe you can just count and see how many birds you can see. Close your eyes and take in the sounds, and can you hear any chirping or some sort of bird noise that's around? Basically, I think being present in the here and now when you're an overthinker and you're mainly in your head rather than in the physical realm will actually be a lot more beneficial to you than what's it called? Than practicing rituals. Is not. I'm not saying not to do it. I just think when the time is right, you'll be able to do it more easily, and it will flow a lot better, and your intentions will be more pure, and it won't come from a place of resentment, anger, pain. Right? I mean, people still do it regardless when they're feeling these things. But I just believe you are what you attract, and even if you attract something that's good in the moment, it doesn't mean that it'll be good in the long run. It might bite you in the butt. Oh, sorry. So this was at the bottom of the deck. This is the main feeling of this reading. I think this is like the ultimate message that wants to come through. Sorry. So it's Quicksilver, and I've got do you know what's underneath it? It's actually very funny. Silver dollar, some money, right? Can you see it? That was underneath. So Quicksilver. Oh, apologies. Precious fortune memories. Magic happens by the quicksilver light of the moon, and this card is here to let you know that the time of the precious good fortune is on the horizon. This fortune is fleeting, it will not last, and it's not meant to. I think you've had this card before, so make the most of it while you can. Even though it's temporary, even though it's a temporary turn of events, it will leave you a lasting impression that will change you in some way for the better. You will come to regret that the time you spent under the influence of the Quicksilver Moon card, for wonderful unexpected things are drawn to you right now. Welcome them with open arms. Trust that they come to your highest good. Sometimes the most precious moments in life are those that were fleeting and soon gone. Quicksilver enchantment is impossible to catch and hold on to. All you can do is live in the moment and enjoy the magic while it shines into your life and your heart. It brings a message of joy and hope for a brighter future ahead. It will disappear as quickly as it arrived, but don't mourn its passing. Be joyful that you experienced it at all, because not everyone does. So you have been truly blessed by Quicksilver light. So any kind of money opportunities that have kind of come your way, and maybe the funds haven't lasted as long as what you wanted, you know who this is, right? Instead of being anxious or worked up, and I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but maybe instead of tapping into the negative thoughts and emotions, maybe showing more appreciation and gratitude for what you had will bring you into the light, into the positivity. It will change. I think it's called schemas, the negative schema that you have going on. But I want to read this because it was underneath, and it's also money related, right? That was Quicksilver, money, or whatever, fleeting happiness, fleeting money, fleeting blah, blah, blah. This one there is Quicksilver. It's 22, and it's actually the last card, right? I just feel like it's needed because it was underneath. So look, right, things happen quickly, particular aspect, but look what comes after it, right? If you play your cards right. Prosperity, wealth, abundance. It's all about the power of thought. I cannot express that enough. This is a wonderful card denoting prosperity, abundance, wealth, and positive goals manifesting. Whatever you wish for is now within the realms of possibility. Be this a better job, a promotion, a pay increase, material goods, and so on. When the silver dollar shines in your reading, it means that any troubles with money are soon to be a thing of the past. Woohoo! For good fortune is on the way. And this card suggests lasting good fortune rather than something more fleeting. So first comes the fleeting, then comes the permanent. Interesting. Right. Look out for sudden income sources such as tax or utility rebates, a pay rise at work, or a happy windfall. If nightshade and silver dollar appear in the same spread, however, it would indicate a loss of money through a toxic friend or situation. But otherwise, this is a positive card denoting prosperous energies. We didn't get nightshade. We got nightmare, but not nightshade. To help these energies manifest in your life more quickly, make sure that you are a good steward of the money you already have. Don't overspend that fleeting fund. Be careful with the cash you have and consider your purchases carefully. Take care of your current income in order to attract increased wealth. Be grateful for all the material things you have and use every day. And that was it. That was lovely. Right, I tried to do this as quick as I could, but obviously I gave my opinions on what I saw in the card, and then I read from the book. Take of it what you will. Right, and if you see any messages in these cards yourself, again, take of interpret what you will. Interpret it in your own way. It means that it's then even more personal for you if you see something that I don't see. Anyway, I'm going to stop this here. I hope it wasn't too long. I tried. It was a full moon reading though. And tomorrow's another full moon. I don't know if I'm going to... Actually, no, I will. Tomorrow's reading will be Goddess Tarot and the Angels and Ancestors one. These two only. I'm not going to do the Rider White because I did that today. I may do the Egyptian, but I'm not sure if I need to. I will think about it. Probably not. Anyway, good night. And yeah, speak to you soon. Ciao, ciao.